God especially and welcome to my Pagan Astrology series. Today we will be doing the planet Mars, not only scientific aspect, but that of the pagan aspect as well. But first, let's hop in our spaceship and head to Mars. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed our trip to Mars. It was a little different this time. Instead of doing a flyby of the planet, we were actually able to go inside the planet and look around. Next, though, let's see what kind of sound Mars makes. The sound of Mars to me sounds like big desert winds. It makes sense since we took the trip inside of Mars. It is basically that of one big desert. Now, Mars for a long time has got people's attention, much more so over the recent years. Scientists have said that Mars is that of a dead planet, but that it did have water at one time. Some people say that humans are Martians, that we came to Earth after Mars died. With that said, let's now go into the science aspect of Mars. There are currently 14 to 16 known satellites in Mars orbit today. I'm only going to be listing the 7 historical satellites. Mariner 9 was launched on November 13th, 1971, and became the first spacecraft to orbit another planet. Viking Orbiter 1 was launched on August 20th, 1976, shortly followed by Viking 2 Orbiter, which was launched on September 9th, 1976. Mars Global Surveyor was launched on November 7th, 1996. Mars Odyssey was launched on April 7th, 2001. Reconnaissance Orbiter was launched on August 12th, 2005. Mars Express was launched on June 2nd, 2013. Hence what you have been taught to believe, America was not the first country to get a satellite to Mars. That favor goes to India. Mars's surface has 5 rovers on it, and they are: Sojourner was launched on December 4th, 1996, and successfully landed on Mars on July 4th of 1997, and became the very first rover to successfully land on Mars. Spirit was launched on June 10th, 2003, and successfully landed on Mars on January 3rd, 2004. Opportunity was launched on July 7th, 2003, and successfully landed on Mars on January 25th, 2004. Curiosity was launched November 26, 2011, and successfully landed on Mars on August 5th, 2012. Perseverance was launched on July 30th of 2020, and successfully landed on Mars on February 18th, 2021, and was the very last rover to successfully land on Mars. Hence, in what you may have been brought to believe, just like the satellites, America was not the first country to land a spacecraft on Mars. That privilege goes to the USSR, which was the Mars 2 lander that was launched on May 19th, 1971, arrived on Mars of November 2nd of 1972. Unfortunately, it crashed upon landing. Mars's distance from the Sun is approximately 141,600,000,000 miles, or 227.883 million kilometers. It takes the Sun approximately 12 minutes to hit Mars. The temperature on Mars varies, but it's usually minus 85 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 65 degrees Celsius. If you were to walk on Mars without a spacesuit, you would literally only survive that of 2 minutes. The radius of Mars is 4,220 miles, or that of 6,791 kilometers. The dimensions of Mars is roughly half as big as that of Earth and about twice as big as Earth's moon. For Mars to make a complete rotation around the Sun, it takes 687 Earth days. That is almost equal to that of 2 Earth years. One day on Mars is equal to that approximately of 24 hours and 37 minutes. Mars's atmosphere is made up of 95.32% carbon dioxide, 2.7% nitrogen, 1.6% argon, 0.13% oxygen. Galileo discovered Mars on September of the year 1610. Mars was named after the Roman god of war. There are 2 moons that orbit Mars. They are Deimos and Puppis. They were the twin sons of Mars, Deimos being the god of terror and dread, while his brother Puppis was the god of panic and fright. Now let's go over the pagan aspect of Mars. When working with god Mars, the best day to work with him on would be that of a Tuesday. Mars's zodiac is that of Aries, hence Mars's Greek name would be that of Aries, and it is the symbol of the lamb. And if your birthday falls between March 21st and April 19th, congratulations, you're an Aries. When working with Mars, the best element to use would be that of fire. Fire represents that of creativity, destruction, and transformation. God Mars' symbol is that of the male symbol. When working with Mars, make sure that you would have this symbol on you, on your altar, or somewhere in your altar room to make sure that you have a good connection with Mars when doing a ritual for him. And no, you do not have to be a male to be able to work with Mars. The best Sabbath to work with Mars would be that of Astra, which represents that of balance and fertility. The Festival of Mars is usually held in October. It is a very popular festival. A lot of people love Mars or is very interested in Mars without even knowing what the festival really means. That it is a festival that of Mars, which celebrates that of god Mars. God Mars' sacred animal is that of the wolf. The wolf represents that of awareness, family, freedom, guardianship, intelligence, loyalty, ritual, and social connection. And if you were to happen to have a dog, it would be very good to have the dog in the room with you if you were to do a ritual or worship Mars in any way. I know a dog is not that of a wolf, but it is the very closest ancestor to a wolf that we have. And as I know, at least in America, you cannot have a wolf in your house. The best gemstones to work with god Mars would be that of red coral, which represents that of good luck and fortune. The gemstone carnelian is used for motivation, creativity, protection, courage, and willpower. Bloodstone is used for courage, family, and loyalty, just to name a few. Mars' sacred color is that of red. It represents that of the element fire, sex, love, and passion. I know some of you, when you see this picture, especially if you're a gamer, you're going to go, that ain't God Mars or Aries, that's Kronos from God of War. Yes, I know, but I love the picture, so there you go. I've only walked with Mars like one time, and it was on his sacred day, that of a Tuesday. His energy, I hate to say it, is very that of macho. The best thing I would say to walk with him on, if you call, because especially he's mainly on that for war. So again, the best thing would be that if you have a loved one that's in the military, or you are in the military for protection, he would be a good one to walk with. In conclusion here, I hope you are enjoying this series and that you did get enough information of the science aspect here of Mars as well as the pagan aspect. And remember, no one person knows it all. God bless.